Well, good day. Dr. Bob Flower here with the Master Pattern Report. This is the report for Tuesday, November 23rd. Yeah, good to see you, good to be back. Well, on our last report, the Master Pattern showed an upward move on the 4th of November, and indeed the market moved up very nicely, over 230 points. The pattern also then called for a downturn, which is actually where we are right now. And then, if you remember, a turn back up, which we'll discuss in a moment. Silver made its move toward our earlier call for $30. I think it almost hit $29. Backed off and is now building the base to make its charge for $30 once again. The dollar remained steady, as all of this was predicted by the Master Pattern on our last report. Now, the point of focus that we discussed for these moves, we projected was the sweeping election results which mandated a change of policy and direction. We felt that anticipation is what was buoying the market and eventually brought the market up to higher levels. The next point of focus is the meeting of Congress with the President and along with the Bush tax cuts, followed by the holidays. We think that this will end up positive, and of course the holidays are always a festive time when people are positive and tend to move the markets in an upward direction, and we think that will happen again, with one caveat, that we think that this point of focus with the euro, what's happening in Ireland, and conceivably what might be coming in Spain. There is great consternation in the West that Spain is going to be maybe a major issue, and if Spain requires the bailout that Portugal and Ireland are seeking, it's going to be a major factor in the market. Okay, so that's the only pattern that we see that may nullify any upward move. Okay, so and of course, you know, the euro in general, there's some severe structural problems with the euro in that, you know, it's a uniform currency for 10, 12 countries, and these 10, 12 countries do not have the same standards. They can't support the euro. So, in effect, actually France and Germany are the beneficial recipients of the euro right now, while the other countries are not doing too well. So we need to watch the conceivable demise of the euro. Okay. All right, now, how about some moves? Okay, we think silver is, we have a move coming up on this Friday, the 26th, and December 1st, next week. So look for those. That might be, it may be a reversal, or you may see a reversal on the 26th, pullback perhaps, or a move back up on the 1st, or just a reversal. So watch that. And the S&P on the 1st, okay, next week. All right, let's talk a little bit about Obama's resignation that we predicted back in 2008. The odds are increasing here. If you notice, there have been several articles in the past 2 weeks in the New York Times, of all liberal bastions, regarding the negativity of Obama's presidency and the fact that he can't cut the mustard. And perhaps he should consider another career. This has been sharply echoed by George Soros, who claims that he can't get the job done. Therefore, we think he should step down and let somebody else take a shot here. So we see some mass defections coming with Obama. And he certainly has put himself in a very bad position in this respect. He has lost the support of the independents and the middle of the roaders and the rightists, whoever supported him. They don't believe him. They think he's a leftist. The leftists, the liberals, have lost confidence in him because they see him as weak and shallow. Their words, not mine. That he's all show and no substance. He talks out of both sides of his mouth. He'll say one thing, his chief of staff will say just the opposite. And that's not very good for credibility. And of course, in the economic community, he pretends to be an enemy of Wall Street when he's actually well obligated to them. Europe is very, very upset with his fiscal policies and think that he's totally on the wrong road and has got to get his stuff together. My thinking is that this may not be enough to knock him out of the box, maybe enough to produce a sufficient challenger or challenges, ending up with the ultimate challenger being Our Lady of Grace, Mrs. Clinton, who would be the only reasonable replacement for Obama by the party. We do think that what will knock him out at this point in time is if the Obamacare bill is reversed by the courts or overturned, or a segment of it is deemed invalid. That we think will force its hand into something that would equate to resignation or quitting or what have you. The thought that a president becomes a lame duck in his first term is good and bad. Usually it's bad, but in what's going on in this country with the Tea Party movement and the independents and the disgust with both the Republican and the Democrats, with the liberal and the conservative, it's a good thing. We're seeing revolution, folks. We're seeing history made. 2012 will be the end of a lot of things, and we're seeing them now. We're seeing the political hierarchy starting to take a hit here, with the people, the Tea Party people, and their representatives having a great deal more power and a great deal more say. Okay, getting back to roots, but there's a pain to that, and I suggest to you that cutting things like Social Security and welfare and things of this sort, and Medicare, are important to consider. Have a great Thanksgiving, and a lot to be thankful for, and we'll see you next week.